Hi guys, and if you joined me yesterday, welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing this look for you, which is Charlotte Tilbury's Uptown Girl. I really love this look. It's a lovely flattering look again. I think it's very easy to do and it looks flattering on everyone. And it's not too in your face if you're a bit afraid of very vibrant colours, but I think it looks lovely. So if you would like to watch how I did this and see some swatches of the Uptown Girl complete look, which includes the eyeshadow, the eyeliners, and the blusher and the lipstick, please stay on and I will be back shortly. Thank you. Right, all ready and prepped to do the Uptown Girl. Okay, I'm so excited to do this one because it's a really classy look. And again, it's not too in your face. You know, if anyone's a little bit of afraid of makeup, that's what I love about a lot of these colours is that they won't scare you and yet they look absolutely beautiful on. So I'm all prepped up and ready to go. I haven't used an eye primer today, just to show you the difference. But you know, most often than not, I do use an eye primer, but let's do without it today. Okay, now I'm just going to show you the palette of the Uptown Girl. So this is the eye palette here. So again, following the same formula, we have prime, enhance, smoke, and pop. And hopefully today I'll remember to put on the pop shade. It's not the first time I've done a demonstration, by the way. I've forgotten the pop shade. I did that when I was reviewing the new Beauty Glow palette, looking a palette before. I don't know why I always miss the pop shade because it's the most exciting thing. Okay, so let's get going on the eyes. So first of all, I'm just going to give you a little bit of a swatch so that you can see. So here is the prime shade on my arm. Lovely, really lovely glow to it. Really looks lovely. And then this one, again, I really like this one. This is the enhanced shade, which is a kind of grey, but it's, I don't know how to describe it. It's grey, but it's just got a lovely sort of silvery, again, taupey undertone to it. It's not just grey. And then we have the smoke shade. So I'm going to show you this smoke shade. And again, I'll swatch that on my arm. And that's a sort of a lot flatter grey, but it's darker, obviously, to really enhance the crease. And then finally, the pop shade, which is there. It's kind of got, again, it's not too sparkly. That's what I like about this. It's really sophisticated. It kind of just gives a bit of a wet look to the eye. Okay, so without further ado, let's dig in. I hate the word dig in actually, because you don't dig into your eyeshadows. You tap lightly with your brush and tap it off. So I'm just going to go all over my lid here. I kind of, it looks like I've got something on my, oh, it's probably a bit of foundation. So I'm putting this all over the lid, like so. And again, you can see, I mean, I've got hooded lids, so just leaving it at that doesn't quite do it for me, but it does kind of awaken your eyes. And again, you don't really have to be too precise, just use a nice fluffy brush to blend this all into your eyes. Sorry about the noise outside, they're working on the lifts at the moment, which is very annoying and very noisy. Okay, so the next thing we will do is to go in with this enhanced shade here, and I'm going to blend that into the crease of my eye. And as you see, I'm doing that tilting again, using my little pinky to kind of steady the brush so it's not going to go anywhere. And I like to take this quite high up, so otherwise what happens with us hoodies is that when you open your eyes and look straight ahead, you can't see the shadow because they are hooded. So I like to take it quite high up so that you can actually see it, because at the moment I'm lifting my eyebrows, but once I lower my eyebrows and look straight on, if I just aim it into the crease, then I basically can't see any of the shadow, which is really annoying. Okay, so now I'm going to take my smudge brush and I'm going to put some of that Enhance shade, I'm just looking in the mirror in front of me for this, onto my eyelid and underneath, and again on the other side. Sorry guys, I'm just looking in the mirror for this because it's easier to see what I'm doing. And then underneath. Now, as I say, when Charlotte's doing the daytime look, she kind of leaves the eyeshadow at that. I don't, because I like to accentuate this bit a little bit more with a darker shade because I've got hooded eyes. Obviously, if you haven't, that would be perfect as a day look. But as I say, I like to make this darker in the corner, and I think you'll see what I mean in a minute. So I do a little V here and I move it out because basically that darkens up the hood and takes, I'm just going to use my fingers because I love using my fingers actually. I know people use brushes and brushes are good, but there's nothing quite like it for blending in sometimes. So if you see, I'm just doing a very rough V like that. So I'm hiding the hood a little bit and just detracting away from that hooded lid like that. And as you can see there, I just want to take that up a little bit higher because when I look straight ahead, again, you can't really see the shadow. So that is that. And then what I like to do with this is to take the prime shade with my finger and just pop it onto the brow. Some people think they quite like to have something a bit more matte and a bit less, but I quite like to do that. Maybe it's something about being an 80s girl. Okay, so the eyeliner that goes with this look is the Audrey, which is the other classic powder pencil in Charlotte's collection. Yesterday, when we did the Golden Goddess, it was Sophia, and today it's Audrey. These are the only two powder pencils. So I'll just show you this. This one is more of a brown, and it doesn't have a glimmer in it. So it's a very sort of straightforward brown, but looks lovely again. And I'm going to look in the mirror while I'm doing this, and I'm going to smudge this. And what I like about these is if you're a lady of a certain age, like I am, and you find that your lids are not as taut as they were when you were younger, and your eyeliner doesn't go on that smoothly, because this is a powder pencil, it kind of smudges and looks natural, and it doesn't have harsh lines to it. You can smudge it even more, obviously, but it's kind of like putting powder on your lids, but it's just that it's in a pencil form. So it just looks a lot more flattering. And I'll show you what I do when we're faced with the rock and coal, to get the same sort of effect. So there is the Audrey pencil. I'm not going to put that in the waterline. And nearly forgot, guys, nearly forgot. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to put the mascara on first. I nearly forgot the pop shade, but I'm going to put the mascara on first because then that will give me an idea of how much of the pop shade I want once the mascara is on. So full fat lashes, all the looks come with the same mascara, with one exception at the end, but not the iconic looks. When I'm doing one of my little surprises at the end, I will show you her other mascara and demonstrate that to you. I hope you're not all looking up my nose while I'm looking in the mirror. And underneath. A little bit underneath the other eye. I've got the headband on today, guys, because my hair's a bit unruly. I washed it and went to bed when it was still damp, and I think that didn't help. Okay, so now I'm going to put on the pop shade. So with the pop shades, in all of these pop shades, bar one, which is the Sophisticate palette, it is actually better to use this with your finger. When you feel it, it's got a lot more emollients in it. And actually, if you apply it with the brush, it's just going to sort of dust and go everywhere. And it's not going to give you a lot of colour. So it's actually better to put this on with your finger. Okay, and the idea is that you rub your finger in and then you dab it on your lid. And you can build it up to be as glitzy as you want. Now, obviously, when she's talking about the different looks that you can do with this palette, she talks about using this for nighttime to glitz it up. But actually, I don't think it's too much in the day if you just dab it on a little bit. I don't find it's too much, but it just depends on your personal preference. It's not like some of these really glittery eyeshadows. And especially with this one, I think it just gives you a bit more of a wet look to the eyelid. And I like to actually define my eyelid again because I'm so hooded and my eyelids disappear so much that I like to kind of accentuate them a little bit more. Okay, so that's the eyes done. And now we're going to move on to the blusher. So for the Uptown Girl, we have Love Glow, which is very nice as well. I will let you show you. The two shades look almost identical, except the middle shade is slightly lighter than the outside shade. So I'm just going to swatch you the outside first on my arm, which actually sort of comes out on my finger quite peachy. So let me just show you that. It's not going to show up because it's quite peachy. I'm not sure that you can see that very well. Probably should have done it on the, let me try it on the inside of my arm. That might come across a little better. And then the inside pop shade, which is always a bit more pigmented, is very much a baby pink. So I'll just try that on the inside there. But as you can see, they're quite subtle. But let me see if you can see a little bit more when I put them on my cheeks. You should do, actually. So I'm just going to swirl the brush around the side of that first shade and give it a tap because there's quite a lot on the brush. I think I went a bit over the top. And these are really buildable as well. So don't worry. If you see now, I can build up the colour I do think this is one of those that you can probably guess is probably better on fairer skin. When you get to olive skin, it shows up and it's lovely, but it's a lot more subtle. If you're somebody that really likes to have a blusher that shows up, I don't know whether you'd like this one, but it does go with the look. And then we're going to pop into the middle. Now remember, guys, when you're popping this middle shade, it does pick up an awful lot of pigment, so be careful. I'm not having to be that careful with this particular one because, as I said, it's quite subtle on me. But if you're quite fair skinned, I think this would look very pretty actually on very fair kind of porcelain skins a lot more. But because I've got olive tones, it's very subtle, but I quite like that, and I think it goes with the look. So that is Love Glow. And I don't know if anyone ever spotted the deliberate mistake, not really, yesterday, but I actually put my lipstick on, not with a lip brush, but an eyeliner brush. But hey ho, girls and boys, sometimes mistakes happen and nothing's a mistake in makeup. Okay, so I'm now going to go to the lips. I absolutely adore what is about to come up. In fact, I adore all of these, but I'm going to tell you what I adore in particular. First of all, we have the lip cheat. As you can see, this has been well used as well. I probably should have sharpened that a bit more before I came on air. This one's called Pink Venus, and it's beautiful, really nice shade. So I'm just going to put that on my lips. Love it, love it, love it. Now, I think that this is probably my favourite lipstick shade. And I'm really annoyed, actually. The reason it's still in a very old box is because it's got a faulty lid, which means that the lid never stays on, and I don't want it to dry up. So I keep it with the lid sort of half on inside a box. But Charlotte, if you are watching these reviews and you want to send me a little thank you, please just send me another Bitch Perfect, please. Or just a lid. I'm not going to be greedy. Just a lid will do. But for some reason, the lid does not stay on. Don't know why. But this is my favourite colour. And it's called Bitch Perfect. I love the name. I love the colour. Really, really nice, and I think it suits a lot of people. I'm just going to put that back in the box upside down so it kind of forces the lid to stay on. And then we have to go, the final part of the look is Sweet Stiletto. Again, it's a lovely shade. I didn't swatch the lipstick, did I, on my arm? I'll do that in a second before I go off. But there is the Sweet Stiletto. Again, you can, a lot of these lip blusters don't need to just be worn over lipstick. They're actually quite nice on their own. And I'm going to use my lip brush to put this on again, so I don't contaminate the inside here with the other lipstick too much. I just don't like doing that. It seems such a shame. I've ended up ruining a lot of lip glosses doing that. And I just like to dab this in the middle. This one doesn't matter too much because it's so similar to Bitch Perfect that it probably wouldn't contaminate it too much. But it's still, I like to keep it so that it hasn't got any lipstick gone in it. And I like to just put the gloss in the middle and just press my lips together. I just think it looks nicer than gloss coming down here. I know Wayne Goss talks about people that walk around with dripping gloss around the side of their mouth. Not really very attractive. So let me just finish off by swatching you Bitch Perfect, and then we are done for today, and I will show you the finished look with my headband taken off. So here is Bitch Perfect swatched on my arm. Absolutely beautiful shade. Really love those pinks. So I hope you've enjoyed today's look. If you'd like to join me tomorrow, there will be another look. As usual, I won't tell you what it is. Here's my messy hair. Good thing about short hair is it doesn't matter if it looks too messy, because you can pretend that you've done it on purpose. Okay, so I don't know, maybe not. So I'll be back tomorrow. If you want to look at yesterday's Golden Goddess, I will attach all the links to my previous videos below. So I've got the Golden Goddess and my introduction telling you a little bit about myself and why I chose to do this. So thank you for watching. Hope you can subscribe to my channel and join me tomorrow when I will be doing another one of Charlotte's 10 iconic looks. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.